Hello everyone, and welcome to a Minty Reviews, which I haven't done in a little bit. Actually, last one I did was on, DC League of Super Pets? Fun explanation first. I meant to do reactions to all of these episodes for Harley Quinn Season 3. I honestly 100% meant to do reactions to them. And then I didn't realize the show started. And then at that point I was like, well, I'm just already really behind on this. And then I just didn't really have the time, unfortunately, to do reaction videos, to film them, edit them, and put them out in a reasonable enough time, that I just completely just was like, I'm just going to watch this on my own. I'll do a review at the end of the season. So this is a review for Season 3 of Harley Quinn, which I probably should have said that in the very beginning, but whatever. It's here. I have really loved the Harley Quinn animated series since it started. Since it started back when it was still on the DC Universe app, which... wow, that feels like such a long time ago when that was a thing. Oh, Warner Brothers. Oh, how you have gone through some times. But I really like the show. Not only because I'm a massive fan of Harley Quinn, she's one of my all-time favorite comic book characters, but also with Ivy as well. The side characters in the show being King Shark, which he had a massive resurgence when this show started, but King Shark, Clayface getting some recognition, and Dr. Psycho, who I'd never even heard of at all getting prominent roles in the series. And the series being something that I think a lot of comic book shows and comic book IPs have needed for a long time, and that's the ability to be a sincere satire. Is something that I think comic book media has needed for a long time, is a sincere satire. And that is what the Harley Quinn series has been since the very beginning. It has been a sincere satire. I should stop saying that. I should stop saying the alliteration because it was messing me up. But it has been a very lovely satire that has taken the characters seriously, taken the plot seriously, taken the story seriously, and built upon them. Now, I think Season 3 so far has been the best season of the series. I think Season 1 was really good, got a little muddy in the middle, and then kind of returned to the end, kind of came back at the end, but it was like a weird ending. Season 2 had good moments all throughout, and I thought it was a better season than Season 1, but there's just some things in Season 2 I was like, okay, this is whatever. I think Season 3 from the beginning to the end, I think was the best season so far overall as a complete narrative. I think all the characters in it were better, though I will say Harley was a little annoying at times in the beginning, but that was kind of the point, and I will get onto that in a little bit. I thought Ivy was so good in this season. Lake Bell voicing Ivy, and the character progression of this character was phenomenal. Poison Ivy is one of my favorite characters as well, but in this season as well, just growing to become this... also, spoilers as well, just so y'all know. But growing to become this complete supervillain in a very sincere way of basically telling Harley, it's we don't have to want the same things and still be a couple. We can go do our own things. And that was the ultimate theme of this season as well. The overall theme of the season was realizing that people don't have to have the same goals in life to still be together, or to still be friends, or to be relationships, to be together. They don't have to want the same things at all times. They can go and do their own things, which was the main conflict for Harley and Ivy this season. Was Harley wanted to be there and support Ivy and everything, while not truly understanding what she wanted at all, and Ivy not having the confidence in herself to just tell Harley to be like, hey, I want to do this, and it's okay if you don't want to be along with this. And I'm glad that they all came back at the end, and all the storylines came back at the end. I thought this whole time, the running gag of James Gunn doing a Thomas Wayne biopic movie, and that being Clayface's whole plot line, I thought that was just going to be a throwaway gag, and no, that actually came back with the Bruce Wayne storyline of him actually dealing with his trauma, and Harley being a therapist, which is great, because that's what has a degree in, which also is kind of one of the reasons why I wanted to go get a psychology degree, because of Harley Quinn. So there's all that. So there's a lot of really, really great character building and story moments in this season that I thought they executed on extremely well. And also, the thing I love about this series is that, like I mentioned, it is sincere to the source material. and then just brings in the most random things from DC continuity and then just uses them properly and uses them in a way that is just hilariously great. And mainly what I mean for that is episode 5. It's a Swamp Thing, where they just brought in Swamp Thing, and he's basically a hipster, because why would he not be? It's Swamp Thing. And they brought in Nora Freeze again from her whole thing from season 2, and they put them together, and that's just hilarious. But that all started with a guest appearance by Constantine, voiced again by the phenomenal Matt Ryan, who is, for all intents and purposes, and for all time, the best Constantine we've had in live action. Sorry, Keanu, it's Matt Reeves. That's just who it is. Not Matt Reeves. Matt Ryan. Matt Reeves is the guy who did Batman. Phenomenal director. It's Matt Ryan. He is Constantine. So, like, the fact they did that. They also brought in the Court of Owls. They brought back Selena, and they had Selena and Bruce be, like, a couple and go through something. They brought in goddamn Music Meister. And, like, he was also great, too. Like, his little brief thing was great. They brought in so many things that are sincere and phenomenal, and they used the Bat family. They brought in Nightwing. He wasn't doing much, and honestly, I feel like they could have developed Dick's character a little bit better, but they at least made the joke about him having a very lovely ass, which is true, he does, and they had Nightwing in the show, which is all you really need. So, everything about this season just was great. I was getting a little bit wary in the middle. I think that's the problem with the overall Harley Quinn series. Like, the middle gets a little muddled, just a little bit, but it's been able 3 times in a row to work itself out in the end. And I think that's been the best thing about this series, is, like, you can go into it, and then you can get a little bit, like, wary. It's going to come back and rope everything back in by the end of the series, by the end of the season, and I love that. Everything's going to wrap up, and it's going to be setting up perfectly for the next season, which has already been announced. They already did announce season 4, and I'm really happy about that, because this is one of the few things on HBO Max that hasn't been canceled yet, and is actually still really good. So, I love that. And my predictions for season 4, given how season 3 ended, with Harley basically joining the Bat family, trying to figure out if she's a hero, and the whole meta idea of Harley being like, people aren't calling me a villain anymore, so I don't know what to do. Because she's not a villain anymore. She's an anti-hero at minimum. Because she's a lot more marketable as an anti-hero than as a villain. I love that whole idea. But I think going in the next season, what they should do is I feel like they should introduce Red Hood. Which this might be one of the few times I actually say, hey, bring in Red Hood. And like, bring him in specifically for the reason of saying he is an anti-hero. And he teaches Harley that you can still be bad while being good. And that be his whole deal. And also introduce more of the Bat family, because why not? Bat family's cool. So I want to see that, and I want to see Harley and Ivy stay together. There were some rocky patches, but it was a rocky patches in a way that were logical and made sense for a relationship. So overall, I love the season of Harley Quinn. I meant to do reactions to it, like I said earlier, and then just time happened and got away from me, and I completely lost track of time. So that's what happened. So we have this review, and it's a pretty quick-fire, spotty review. Didn't really take any notes, and I basically just finished watching the season. Kind of off-the-cuff kind of review. But those are my thoughts for Harley Quinn Season 3. So let me know down in the comments if you enjoyed this season, what you thought of it. Is this your favorite season, your least favorite season? What you like about it? Did you like seeing Constantine again? I think Constantine at this point for DC is like their version of Charlie Cox's Daredevil, where, like, if you bring in Daredevil in Marvel, make sure it's Charlie Cox. If you bring in Constantine in DC and anything, make sure it's Matt Ryan, because that's just that's what I equate them to at this point. But yeah, let me know down in the comments what you think about Harley Quinn Season 3, and are you excited for Season 4? What do you hope to see in Season 4, and what are your intent, like, what do you think is going to happen in Season 4? Like I said, I think they should bring in Red Hood and have a whole storyline there of Harley learning how to become an anti-hero, because that could be like a funny meta thing, a funny story beat, and funny for the character as well. Beyond that, if you like the video, leave a like as well. And I'm getting really close to 100 subscribers by the time this video goes up. I said I was going to give myself a goal of Wednesday to get 100 subscribers for the Pinocchio reaction. I don't know why I put a time limit on myself. This is YouTube. I don't know why I put a time limit on myself. So when I get to 100 subscribers, whenever that is, I will do the reaction for Pinocchio. So that's going to happen. But if you can help me get to 100 subscribers, that'd be phenomenal. If not, also cool too. But if you like the content, leave a like as well. That helps. And just so you all know, I'll be having wisdom teeth surgery in about a week. So the following week will just be reactions to Star Wars Visions, because I'm going to be recording those this weekend to make sure I have them in the can to then post them for when I am out with wisdom teeth surgery. So that's going to be fun. But either way, like I said, let me know down in the comments what you think of Harley Quinn. I will see you all in the next one. Leave a like as well. And have a good day, everyone. Hope you like this review. And stay villainous. Stay villainous, everyone. And keep loving yourselves. And I'll see you later. Bye.